Hello, good afternoon and welcome to BBC News. In just over an hour's time, the result of the referendum will be announced in Ireland on whether to allow gay and lesbian couples to marry. If the yes vote wins, Ireland will be the first country in the world to approve same-sex marriage after a popular ballot. Our correspondent Chris Buckler's in Dublin for us. Chris.
There are extraordinary scenes here, Maxine, at Dublin Castle. You can take a look at the crowd behind me. There are 2,000 people expected here for the result. We are still probably hours from the result, but they are here in huge numbers. And they have all gathered because they believe that this is going to be a yes vote. And certainly from the tallies that we're seeing from right around the country, that will be the case. Already the No campaigners, they have accepted that they will be defeated and that same-sex marriage will be introduced in Ireland in the coming months. Part of the reason they're cheering, but I'll just show you around here, is that some of the politicians who have supported this, including David Norris, who we'll talk to in a second, and also the drag queen Planty Bliss, have gathered here on the stage in Dublin. It is quite a remarkable scene, and of course it has been a long, long battle. We'll talk to Senator David Norris about that in just a second. But first, let's just remember that the ballot boxes are still being emptied, the votes are still being counted across this country. But as I say, this looks very much like a yes vote.
After a passionate and at times heated argument, the people of Ireland have had their say. They were asked to give a simple answer, yes or no, to a question that's led to a complex debate. Should same-sex marriage be legalised? Dublin's Count Centre is filled with yes campaigners, and many already believe that this will be a day of constitutional and personal significance.
Looking around here, all I see are yes badges on. The entire country has stood up and shouted, and I'm like, I won't be afraid to hold my boyfriend's hand. I won't be afraid to kiss my boyfriend on the street. I think the public is really behind it.
This vote has raised questions about family, equality and religion. This referendum is about civil marriage. Churches won't be forced to hold weddings, but Ireland's Catholic leaders are against change, and their words have had some influence.
I just think that marriage has always been between a man and a woman. It shouldn't be changed.
I'm a Christian. From a Christian point of view, I just think it's not the natural order for two men or two women to get married and have kids.
There has been a larger no vote in rural areas, but yes supporters are now confident of victory. Their campaign really engaged young people. Many voters even travelled back to Ireland to ensure that they would have their say. And this referendum seems to have signalled real change in a country that only legalised homosexuality 2 decades ago.
And now it's clear that it is a yes vote. It's difficult to describe the atmosphere of this, but it is something akin to a festival in the middle of Dublin, in the middle of Dublin Castle. And with me is Senator David Norris, who, as we were just discussing, you've been described on one occasion as Ireland's homosexual. But I mean, it's only 22 years since homosexuality was actually legalised in Ireland. What is this moment like for you?
Well, it's absolutely wonderful. It's a vindication of everything we did over the last 40 years. And I'd like to express my gratitude from the bottom of my heart to all the straight people who came out and voted to us to be equal citizens with them today. It's a wonderful day to be Irish.
What does it mean for you personally?
Well, it means I live in a more equal country. I mean, I'm not expecting to get married. I'm 71 and I have a new liver after a liver transplant, so I don't think there'll be too many takers on the marriage market. But it's lovely to see young people happy and without the scarring that people of my generation had.
And when you say scarring, I mean, what kind of effect did it have on you? Homosexuality being illegal in Ireland for so long?
Well, it was rather frightening, but it didn't scar me permanently. But there were other people who became depressed, who became alcoholics, who took their own lives and so on. And it was very, very sad for them. But now it's a triumphant, wonderful day when we're acknowledged as part of the Irish family.
And whenever you take a look at these scenes behind you, the people singing, almost like it's an Irish football match. I mean, what does it make you think?
It's just absolutely wonderful. It makes me proud to be Irish. It makes me proud of all these wonderful, wonderful people.
All right, David Norris, thank you very much indeed. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Very much.
Thank you. As I say, we still are awaiting the official reaction. We have had the first official result from one of the constituencies here, and there was a huge cheer for that. But there are many more to go, and it'll be some time before we get the final results. As you can tell, The crowd cannot wait for that.
Chris, thank you very much. Chris Buckler there.